Let's do it, the Bible study. All right, guys, best part of every episode to me is always the Bible study. And although we've been studying the book of Matthew, it's coming into Good Friday, right, and Easter. And Jesus talks about in Matthew 5, verse 5, I think, it says, blessed are those who mourn, they'll be comforted. But it brought me to the story or the idea in the book of John with Martha and Mary, as they actually have lost their brother Lazarus to death. He died. He was a buddy of Jesus. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but before you study the Bible, it's always a good idea to say a prayer to get yourself going, right? Lord, thank you for your word. Thank you for the Bible. Thank you for the ability to share it with others. I pray that you just let your word resonate with the people that we read it to and we share it with, that it would open their eyes and their minds and their hearts to you more, Jesus. In your holy name, I pray. Amen. Okay, so if you guys don't know the story, Martha and Mary and Lazarus are all family, right? And Lazarus was a friend of Jesus, as was Martha and Mary. And they sent a messenger to Jesus saying, hey, Lazarus is sick. You better come take care of him. And everybody knew Jesus could heal everybody. But he stayed where he's at and he waited and he didn't go. And then he waited, and then Lazarus died. So we're going to pick up the story where Martha and Mary are like, if you just would have been here. All right, so this is John 11:21. Lord, Martha said to Jesus, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. But I know, even now, God will give you whatever you ask. Jesus said to her, your brother will rise again. Martha answered, I know he will rise again in the resurrection, at least in that day. Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection. I am the life. He who believes in me will live, even though he dies. And whoever lives and believes in me will never die. Do you believe this? Yes, Lord, she told him. I believe you are the Christ, the Son of God, who has come into the world. After this, she said, and went back and called to her sister Mary to the other side, the teacher is here. He said, he is asking for you. When Mary heard this, she got up quickly and went to him. Now Jesus had not yet entered the village, but was still there in the place where Martha had met him. When the Jews who had been with Mary in her house comforting her noticed how quickly she got up and went out, they followed her, supposing she was going to the tomb to mourn there. When Mary reached the place where Jesus was at, she fell to his feet and said, Lord, if you'd only been here, my brother would not have died. When Jesus saw her weeping, and the Jews that had come alongside her weeping, he was moved deeply in spirit and troubled. Where have they laid him? He asked. Come and see, Lord, they replied. Jesus wept, which is actually the shortest verse in the Bible. Jesus wept, which is 11:35. Then the Jews, see how he loved them? But some of them said, could he not have opened he could open the eyes of a blind man, but he couldn't have stopped him from dying? So